Morning students, welcome back to the online geometry session. I hope you all have seen the timetable for first unit test. Yes, so many of you must be having doubts regarding the two lessons for the unit test. Which was the two lessons you are having? Yes, first one basic concepts in geometry and second lesson parallel lines. So in this week we are going to revise these two lessons. Today we are going to start with the first lesson, basic concepts in geometry. So what we learn in this lesson? We learn that this geometry was used by Egyptians centuries ago to build the pyramids. To build such a huge structure, it is necessary to have a knowledge of geometry or engineering. So from where this geometry word has derived? This geometry word is generated from the Greek words geo means earth and metria means measuring. That is nothing but measuring the earth. Let us see how to find the distance between any two points. For that, you have to consider 2 points and their coordinates. Then you will subtract the smaller coordinate from the larger coordinate to find the distance between the 2 points. So let us consider here point D and point E. So what is the coordinate of point D? That is 1. And what is the coordinate of point E? Yes, that is 3. Then you have to find out which coordinate is the larger one. So 3 is bigger than 1. That means you have to subtract 1 from 3. Then you will get the distance between points E and D. So distance between points E and D is equal to 3 minus 1, that is equal to 2. So what we learn in this? We learn that distance between any two points is nothing but the length of the segment, and this can be written mathematically in this form. Is that clear to all of you? One more thing you have to remember is the distance between 2 points is always a positive real number. It can't be a negative number. Is that clear to all of you? Now let us learn the betweenness. For that, you have to consider 3 collinear points. Here I have considered point P, point Q and point R as a collinear points. Now we are having 3 possibilities. In the first figure, point Q is between point P and R. In the second figure, point R is between point P and point Q. And in the third figure, point P is between point R and point Q. So whenever you are considering any 3 collinear points, there will be 3 possibilities. So let us consider the first possibility, where I have written point Q is between point P and R. Now how to find the betweenness? How to find out that point Q is between P and R is not? For that, you have to find the distance between point P and Q. Then you will find distance between points Q and R, and if the addition of these two distances is equal to the distance between PR, then you can say that point Q is between point P and R. This betweenness is shown as P dash Q dash R. Are you understanding? Now let us consider the second case where R is between P and Q. So what you will do? You will find the end points of these 3 collinear points. So which are the end points? Point P and point Q. Then you will find distance PR. Then you will find distance between RQ. And if this sum of distance between PR and RQ is equal to the distance of PQ, then we can say that point P dash R dash Q, which means that point R is between point P and Q. Are you getting this? Now let us try to solve some problems from practice set 1.1. As this is the revision session, we are not going to solve the complete practice set. Only selected problems we are going to solve today. If you are having any doubt regarding any sum from this practice set, you can watch the first video of basic concepts in geometry. Now let's start with the first question. If the coordinate of A is x and coordinate of B is y, find the distance of AB. Now here value of x is given as 6 and value of y is given as -2. So let's first write the coordinate of point A, that is x, and what is the value of x is given here? 6. So your coordinate of point A will be 6. The coordinate of point B is y, that is equal to -2. Now we know the coordinates of point A and B. So how to find the distance between AB? First you have to find out which value is bigger or which coordinate is bigger. So here 6 is bigger than -2. So what you will do? You will subtract the smaller coordinate from the larger coordinates. Therefore, distance of AB is equal to 6 minus -2 in bracket. Now minus will become plus. So you will write here 6 plus 2, that is equal to 8. So what is the distance between AB? Is equal to 8 units or 8. Is that clear to all of you? And we have seen that distance between any two points is nothing but the length of the segment. So here length AB will be also 8. Is that clear? Now let's see the next question. From the information given below, find which of the points is between the other two. If points are not collinear, state so. So in this question, what is asked? You have to find the betweenness. And if the betweenness relationship is not true, then we can say that these points are not collinear. So let's start with the first one. Distance PR is equal to 7, distance PQ is equal to 10, and distance QR is equal to 3. Now here we have to find out which point is between the other 2 points. So how will you start? First you will find which is the larger distance. So here distance PQ is larger than distance PR is greater than distance QR. Yes, because distance PQ is 10, distance PR is 7 and distance QR is 3. So now if distance PQ is greater than the distance PR and QR, that means the endpoints will be P and Q, because we know that the distance PQ should be equal to the sum of distance PR and distance QR. So let us see, distance PR plus distance QR is equal to 7 plus 3, that is equal to 10. Now therefore distance PR plus distance QR is equal to distance PQ. That means we can say that these three are collinear points. And which point will be in between? Because we got P and Q as the endpoints, point R is between the points P and Q. And how will you write this relationship? P dash R dash Q. Is that clear to all of you? If you don't get this relationship, that means if distance PR plus distance QR is not equal to distance PQ, then these 3 points are not collinear points. Is that clear to all of you? Now let's see the next question. If A dash B dash C, that means these 3 are collinear points, point B is between point A and C, then if length of AC is equal to 11, length of BC is equal to 6.5, then find out length of AB. Now we know which point is between the other 2 points, and distance of AC is given, distance of BC is given, and you have to find distance of AB. Now first you will draw the diagram for this. So which are the endpoints here? A and C, and B is between points A and C. So distance of AC is given as 11. Distance of BC is given as 6.5. So let's start with the solution. Length of AC is equal to length of AB plus length of BC. Why? Because points A, B and C are collinear points. Now let's substitute the values here. AC is 11 is equal to length of AB plus length of BC is how much? 6.5. Therefore, length of AB is equal to 11 minus 6.5, that is equal to 4.5. So these are the steps how you can solve this type of sums. Now let us see some more basic concept. Line segment. Now what is line segment? It is nothing but a small part of line, and it can be defined as the union set of point A, point B and points between A and B is called segment AB. Now this segment AB, I have drawn here figure AB, and how to represent this length segment AB? Length of AB is equal to distance AB, that we have already seen. Then we have seen ray AB. What is ray AB? Here in this figure you can clearly see that this segment AB we can extend infinitely from point B to the right hand side. That means, and here arrow is also shown. So such type of set of points is called as ray AB, where you can extend it in one direction. And point A, from where you cannot extend this line, that point is called as starting point of ray AB. Then we have seen line AB, a set of points which can be extended in both directions. Then we have seen the midpoint of a segment. Now what is the midpoint? The point which divides the segment in two equal parts. That means in this figure, segment AB is divided by point M in two equal parts. So here segment AM is congruent to segment MB. Then we can say that point M is called the midpoint of segment AB. And every segment has only one midpoint. Remember this point, that every segment has only one midpoint. After that, we have learned about the comparison of segments. Now for the comparison we should have two segments. So here I have drawn two segments, segment AB and segment CD. Now comparison means you have to compare the lengths of these two segments. So what you can say about these two segments? You can say that segment AB is smaller than segment CD, or segment CD is larger than segment AB. So this is called as comparison of segments. Then we have learned about the distance of a point from a line. Now what is the meaning of this? If segment CD is perpendicular to line AB in the figure and point D lies on the line AB, then the length of segment CD is called the distance of CD. That means distance of a point C from line AB. So let's take one example. If length of CD is equal to A, then the point C is at a distance of A from the line AB. Is that clear to all of you? That means if you can say that length of CD is 5, then the distance of point C from line AB is 5. Is that clear to all of you? After that, we have seen the perpendicularity of segments or rays. Now perpendicularity means what? If the lines containing two segments, two rays or a ray and a segment are perpendicular to each other, then the two segments or these two rays or the segments and the ray are said to be perpendicular to each other. That means if you are having any two segments or any two rays or any two lines which are in this format, then you can say that line AB is perpendicular to line CD or line segment AB is perpendicular to ray CD. So depending on the type of line is given to us, you have to write it. If segments are given, then you will write segment. If line is given, you have to write line. And if ray is given, you have to write ray. Is that clear to all of you? Now let's try to solve some problems from practice set 1.2. State the points which are equidistant from point B. Now here number line I have shown, and you have to find the points which are equidistant from point B. So where is point B? Here. Equidistant means what? At equal distance. So there are some points which are on the right side of the B and which are on the left side of the B. So we can consider both the points. So which are the points here? If you consider point C and point A, they are also equidistant. Only the different distance between these 2 points is d 2 units. That means to find the equidistant point, what you have to do? You have to find the distance between the points. So if you find distance between point B and C, you will get 2, and distance between point B and A is also 2. So these are equidistant points from point B. Then one more pair you got here, point D and point P, which are at the distance of 4 unit. Therefore, point P and point D are also equidistant from point B. Next question, write a pair of points equidistant from point Q. Now we have to consider point Q. So here is the point Q. So what you will do? You will find the distance of point Q and P. What you will get here? Distance as 2 units. Similarly, you have to find distance between Q and R. What you will get? 2. That means P and point R are at the equidistant. So you will write the answer as points P and point R. Similarly, point L and point U are also equidistant. Both have distance of 1 unit. Problem we are going to solve from practice set 1.2. Point P is the midpoint of segment CD. If CP is equal to 2.5, find the length of CD. Now first we will draw one figure where you have to draw segment CD and you have to consider point P as the midpoint. Now midpoint means what? It divides the segment into two equal parts. So length of CP will be equal to length of DP. Is that clear? Then start with the solution. First we will write point P is the midpoint of CD. That is given to us. That means distance of CP is equal to distance of PD. Therefore, how to find distance of CD? Distance of CD is equal to distance of CP plus distance of PD. Now in the above equation we have written distance of CP is equal to distance of PD. So we can substitute here, instead of PD we can write distance of CP. So we get distance of CP plus distance of CP. Now let's substitute the value of CP, that is 2.5 plus 2.5 is equal to 5. Therefore, length of CD is equal to 5. So this is your final answer. Now rest of the sums from this exercise are similar. So you can solve these sums. I hope I have cleared all your doubts regarding this first lesson, at least till practice set 1.2. So we will do the remaining lesson in the next session. Till then, keep on practicing. Thanks for watching this.